going on, people?
Oh, man.
This is the Odd People Podcast. And I'm your old host, Old Matt.
That's right. You got your Depends on today?
Yes. And this is my young man host, his muscly arms.
Wow. I also have my Depends on.
Yes.
Because last episode we talked about peeing my pants.
Oh, that's right.
Stay warm.
Yeah, I peed my pants. I don't know how many times.
Stay warm, baby.
After that. It's like the odd question was cursed and it really happened, and I peed my pants every time I yawn.
Yeah.
It's terrible. So what's up, man? It's been a while.
It has been a while. I've been in the what are they called again? The trenches. The trenches. You know?
The trenches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna. I know you don't like to tell too much about your personal life, but you were not feeling well. You were sick, and it wasn't gonna happen last week, so it didn't happen.
Didn't happen, but here we are. We made it. We're good. We're golden.
This is the real life podcast, where real life gets in the way, and then we don't do an episode.
That's right.
So it's like we do like almost weekly.
Imagine if we had like 100% open schedules.
Oh, this would be so much fun.
Like you didn't have to work,
dude. Think about all the
you didn't have to make money.
Like think about all the content we could make. Spend days. Have like a cameraman with like a cool, like one of those good like 4K cameras.
Yeah, because they also would have nothing to do.
Yeah, we'd be like, oh, there's the guys. They're out eating lunch.
In our show.
Yeah, they're eating lunch. Now they're going shopping.
Yeah.
Now they're doing this. Now they're at the beach. Like it'd be like a reality show.
Yeah. Life would be crazy.
Yeah.
But you get older, you got to work, you got to pay your bills.
Yeah.
You got to buy things to survive.
You got to be sick and
like
then not do stuff that you want to do.
You got to almost die on your deathbed.
Oof. Wasn't that bad, was it?
No.
No. That would suck.
I've been through worse.
I'd be shocked if all of a sudden I'm finding out right now that you were like...
You have no co-host. He's gone.
In the hospital.
Oh, man.
You're like, yeah, dude, I was in the ICU for like 3 days. We don't text every day, so I would be totally clueless.
I know.
A message from... like, Jared's gone.
Yeah.
Like, no. So anyway, you better know.
I am.
Back to working your ass off.
Golden.
So, did you watch any movies recently?
I did watch a movie. Let me tell you about this fucking movie. I watched Jaws, finally.
Did you really?
I did. I did watch Jaws. And... when was it filmed? Do you know? It's definitely 80s. I know that.
I think it was...
You know how much I hate 80s movies.
It might have even been the 70s. To be honest, like late 70s. Yeah, dude, 1975. The original Jaws is the one you watched? The original one? This one?
Yeah.
That's a cool shot right there. Like as far as like cinematic stuff.
Wait, how come I don't remember that part?
I don't know, is this not the one you watched like Jaws 4?
No, it's definitely the one I watched. Yeah, no, it's definitely the one I watched. That's even more impressive that it's 1975. That's crazy. It was a great movie. I enjoyed it.
Cool.
I thought there would be like a lot more action, but
yeah,
it's all right. What they had, and like Ryan told me the whole thing about how they didn't consider the salt water for the shark animatronic thing, so like fucked it all up and broke it.
See, I thought it was just water in general, but
it was the salt water that made it all messed up and it wasn't working properly, but they still pulled it off, I thought, and it was really cool. I just thought it was going to be bigger.
That's a good movie. My youngest son really got into it, and every year we watch it in the summertime, usually around 4th of July. Yeah. We saw it at the outside at the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute.
Yeah.
So you know this character right here, Hooper?
Yeah.
That's where he's from, is the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute. Like that's his character.
Oh yeah,
right?
That's it. Yeah.
So every
he's
time,
like a little nerd guy.
So every time at the showing of the movie outside, every time they mentioned it, woo, the whole, because it's all like students and scientists and shit that work there. They're all like, yay, that's where we are.
So it's actually like a real place.
Yeah, that's a real place. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's down.
I thought it was just made up for the movie.
It's down in Falmouth and Woods Hole, and it's like,
oh wow, yeah.
You can't be in Woods Hole without seeing a building that has something to do with it. It's like takes up the whole area. It's like a campus, but there's multiple buildings everywhere. So there's legit, like big research buildings, and then they literally must have bought. There's like a main office building, and I think they bought the buildings around it.
Yeah.
For like different departments or whatever.
Oh, okay.
You're like, this is weird. This is a part of the Oceanographic Institute, and it looks like a house. You're like, all right, that's weird. They turned it into like an office.
Damn, yeah. And I didn't know the whole movie was in Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, what's the name of the island? It's like a made-up island.
Oh, what the hell is the name of it?
It's not Amity.
It's something like that. Something
with
it's
it's Martha's Vineyard though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. Community off Cape Cod.
Right. That's cool.
Up to a local sheriff.
So I'm glad you liked it.
And it was rated what? I think he said PG. Is it PG?
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck was PG back then?
Dude, PG back in the 70s and 80s.
Compared to now?
Was...
Oh my God.
It was like G.
Yeah.
So, in other words, in the 70s, people used to just let their kids walk into that movie, and they'd be like, bye, kids, and go get dinner.
Yeah, have a great time.
And then PG was like, oh, there might be violence. And then other than that, it was like X.
Oh, shit.
So, like, there was no
PG-13.
There was no rated R. It was just either G, PG, or you're going to see sex.
Wow.
Because isn't one of the first scenes in the movie? There's a nude woman.
It's like skinny dipping, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, wait, that was PG.
Yeah, my 10-year-old's like,
even like the blood and everything. Clothes on. Yeah, exactly. Like even the blood. Like I don't even think they're allowed to show blood in PG anymore.
Probably
like
not.
PG now, dude.
Yeah, PG now is it's a kids movie. It's a little kids.
It's like the Minions.
Yeah, exactly. It's like very little violence.
Yeah,
very little story.
And like. Well, I guess most horror movies are rated R, but there's some like iffy PG-13s, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This should not be PG-13.
Well, that's like what we gauge movies on for like my kids, because of the 10-year-old being so into like horror movies.
Yeah.
So if there's a horror movie and he wants to watch it and it's rated R, it's an absolute no. It's not going to happen.
Really?
And then if it's PG-13, we're like there with them. Yeah. Like I got to make sure I have the time to sit and watch a movie.
Yep.
Because there could be like a sex scene.
I wonder.
Somebody could be like, fuck. And I'm like, Dad, God damn it. And I'm like.
And your kid's like, fuck.
Yeah, no, he just goes like this. Looks at me like, oh.
He's like, Dad, you hear that?
Didn't know that was coming. And I'm like.
He's like, this crazy motherfucker just said fuck.
But also, like, he watches YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
So
that can get pretty bad.
We'll hear shit from the other room. Somebody be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" I'm like, "Hey, what are you watching?"
Storming out.
I'm like, "Hey!"
Smack the phone out of his hand.
Yeah, I do the dad thing, and I'm like, "Hey, what was that?" And they're like, "Sorry, Dad." And I'm like, "Yeah, you can't." I'm like, "You can't watch that." Yep. I'm like, "Whoever that guy is, don't watch him anymore."
Yep.
That guy, whatever YouTuber that was.
I wonder if the website still exists that my mom used to use to like. Before we watched a movie, she would go on this website and it would like, she could type in any movie and it would show like where the bad parts were. So even if like anything was coming up, she could skip it, or like she knew it was coming, she could pause.
What would that be called, you think? Movie
It
website.
Was such an old, like this was before smartphones.
This was probably
before like she had to go on the home computer and like
it was like like dial-up modem.
She's
times.
Like, nope, not watching it. There's boobies.
There's boobies. That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, who would have known that boobies would be so great?
Yeah, honestly.
So we watched a movie as a family last night.
Yeah, what'd you watch?
We watched Spider-Man. Like
Which
the
one?
First original.
It's like fucking 20 now.
Yeah, like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think it was made in, we looked it up. It was
the first one?
2002, yeah.
Because there's 3 of them with him, right?
Yeah, it was the very first one we watched. My kids wanted to watch it, so I'm like, yeah, I'll sit and watch that with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure I saw that in the movie theater. Like, I want to say I was...
Really?
That was the year I graduated high school, so I think it came out that summer, probably.
Wow.
After high school, and then I was... Maybe with my friends, maybe by myself, maybe with a girlfriend. I have no clue, but I know I saw it in the movie theater.
You're like, I'm going to go see Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This is groundbreaking movie.
Yeah.
Never been done before.
It was pretty good, but I thought about it.
It was good, but I've watched it recently too. And it's not that good.
I just know, but I give it a pass on like kind of like bad CGI. I just kind of I go, you know what, for the impact the movie had.
Yeah.
You think about it. DC had a pretty good hold on superhero movies up until Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because they had multiple Superman franchises.
Oh, that's right.
And they had Batman. There was animated series Batman. There was a few different Batmans by that point.
That's right.
So they had a pretty good lock on the superhero shit.
Yeah.
And then, X-Men was popular. That must have been late 90s.
Was it? That's its own separate thing.
It's a part of it's Marvel though.
Is it Marvel?
I think they made it a part of Marvel now as far as the movies. The movies go.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean there really wasn't a lot out there, and then boom, Spider-Man hit.
So you're gonna watch the next two?
Yeah, we'll probably watch
the one with Venom is awful. Ugh.
Yeah, with Topher Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not a bad choice.
Not a big fan of him.
What a bad choice.
Yeah, he wasn't the best person to pick on that one.
Yeah. Have you seen like all of them, like up to present?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean,
you saw the one where like all three Spider-Mans were.
Yes,
yeah.
We saw that one in the movie theater when it came out.
Oh, did you?
As a family.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
Yeah.
And
I feel like movie theaters lost their
edge.
Their oomph.
Their oomph. I don't know. It was nice.
You guys had a good time?
Me and my wife went to go see Longlegs a while back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
in the movie theater.
I still gotta watch that.
You gotta see it. Like, I feel like scary movies are better in the movie theater.
Yeah,
because
it's like extra dark.
It's extra,
and you don't know if someone's gonna come in and like do some kind of like.
Yeah, like you don't know what's behind you. Like, you know what I mean? It's all dark.
No, that's so dark.
Yeah, don't say that. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I feel dirty even saying that.
Why would you even say that?
Ugh.
Dirty. You're so dirty.
Man, Nate might have to bleep that out.
You're so dirty.
I don't even think I want.
You're so dirty. You're a dirty boy.
Did your kids like the Spider-Man?
Yeah, they loved it.
They were
they were like, cool.
There's one part in that movie that I just can't get out of my head and I can't unsee it. It's like when he's swinging through New York and he has Mary J in his arms.
Yeah.
And you can tell she's just holding on to like a Spider-Man mannequin.
Yeah.
Because he's just like swinging perfectly stiff.
Yeah,
and
like
she's hanging on to him like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty cheesy.
Horrible.
And you know who else?
I didn't notice it when it first came out.
Right.
I was like, this is the best movie ever.
Yeah. Well, you were like 10 or 11 or 12.
Yeah. I'd rather watch Jaws.
Oh, Hato. What year were you born?
1975.
Was it 90? 90?
90, yeah. On the dot.
All right. So you were like 12 when that came out.
January 1st, midnight. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
January 31st at midnight.
I'm an August baby.
August baby.
Yeah. I had summer birthdays for life.
Is today the last day of August?
So take that, all you winter babies.
Today is the last day of August.
Sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a winter baby.
Are you?
Yeah.
Did your birthday suck?
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Everybody shows up in like Eskimo suits and shit.
Dude, my birthday, I'll just say it. It's December 20th. It's 5 days before Christmas.
Ah, shafted.
Shafted, hardcore.
Damn.
I had relatives giving one gift and saying, this is for Christmas too. You're like, thanks for the sweater. Like, what the fuck?
My older brother Ryan's the same thing. His is the 26th.
Oh, wow. You really get screwed.
And my mom's is Christmas Eve.
My oldest son is Christmas Day.
Is it really?
Yeah. And
many shafted people.
My mom's is the 27th.
Oh, my God.
Well, see, I got a lot more in common with your mom and your brother than I thought.
Man. It's like you should have been the kid and I should have been. They always called me the neighbor's kid. I don't think I should be part of this movie.
What? They call you that?
Yeah. Growing up, all my brother's friends called me the neighbor's kid. They're like, who the fuck's this kid? Why doesn't he look like you guys?
That's fucked up.
Well, my two older brothers always had like the braces and the glasses, and I just never had any of that.
And you just had perfect teeth.
Yeah.
And
my
and
big
beard.
gap.
And a beard.
Yeah.
I
had a beard in like elementary school.
I always picture you as a little kid, but it's like your head.
Dude,
so it's
basically.
just like a beard and a hat.
I was like, how Portuguese am I? I'm the hairiest motherfucker. I spent half the time shaving.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have to shave until I was like a senior in high school.
Yeah.
And even then it was like just the mustache area.
Wow,
I'm like, I got a mustache.
Man. Wow.
And then everybody was like, mustaches aren't cool. And I was like, fuck.
Realistically, I was dealing with hair in the 8th grade. So like right before I went to high school.
Facial hair, yeah.
Facial hair, you know.
Wow. That's crazy, dude.
I'm like, I'm going to go into high school. Like, I'm forever looking like I'm 30. Like, I've been 30 since I was like 15.
Wow. That's funny.
But now I'm hoping like it carries, you know. I'm 30 in my 60s too. You know? So.
So what was like the big, like the facial hair seems to change through the generations.
Yeah.
Like when you were an adult, like a young adult, like out of high school, were beards already like in style?
No way.
Not yet, right?
When I was in school, it was all about the chin strap, baby.
Like the line, the thin line.
The thin chin strap.
Yeah, I know. I have to leave my sideburns as wide as possible so I don't get the chin strap.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
Well, you know what I've noticed, and this is...
Do you see it anymore? Have you seen it?
No, I mean, unless like it's somebody that's sort of a douche. It's usually like a real douchebag person around my age.
Yeah.
And it's like a mugshot.
Still wearing the velour suits and the K-Swiss.
What's even worse is the chin strap that goes, and then it goes up to the goatee, like the Flavor Saver area. Or the really thin mustache line. You're like, dude, what are you doing?
I've been thinking about chops, man. Just shave this right here and just rock it.
Yeah, that'd be sick, like Wolverine.
Yeah, like fucking Wolverine, yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing I've noticed. So I have a lot of coworkers, right, that are like in their 20s.
They all got chops?
They all have mustaches. Just straight mustaches.
Just straight mustaches?
Just a mustache. No cheek hair, no chin hair, and it's just a mustache. And I'm like, do I work at the gas company or at the police station? I'm like, this is so fucking weird.
Do you know if like that's by choice or is that all they can get?
So here's the thing.
Because I feel like maybe people are...
Some of the guys have mustaches because they go in between like a beard and a mustache because they're supposed to wear a respirator.
Oh,
like the guys that go and do underground work.
Yeah, it gets
so
annoying.
that I understand. And like you'll see them, like every once in a while the company will be like, hey guys, you got to shave your beards because you might have to wear a respirator. I think they even carry like shaving stuff on their truck in case it's like an emergency and they have to throw that on.
Yeah.
So these guys all like to have facial hair, but they are forced to have mustaches. And I'm not making fun of them. Those guys are my friends.
Yes.
But there's a bunch of new guys and they don't have to ever wear a respirator. And they also don't have to have a mustache, but they do.
Why do they not have to wear respirators?
Because I don't have to wear a respirator. It's just a different.
Why don't you have to
like
wear
a different department?
Oh, different department.
I don't do that. Like I don't have to wear oxygen at any point.
I got you.
So I don't know. I find it a weird.
Mustaches are in, man.
It's like a thing that is like a style that's coming back.
Yeah.
But like that style was from like these guys are so young, like their grandparents had that style. Like my dad had a mustache.
Yeah.
I almost said my parents had mustaches. My mom had a mustache, everybody. No, like my dad had a mustache.
She had the fancy like curly one? Like, the little curly kids?
Yes, exactly. Little handlebars.
Yeah.
Like my dad had a mustache throughout my whole childhood.
Yeah.
He had a big push broom mustache, and that's
it.
That's what the guys had though back then. Like
nothing on the sides.
In the 80s, that's what they had.
Yeah.
But now it's coming back. It's coming back.
To be an 80s cop is the new.
Yeah, I guess
new style, man.
So here's today's episode, right? We're entitling it a Old People Podcast.
Old People Podcast. We're getting old.
It's got a question mark too. The Old People Podcast.
We have a lot. We have a lot of things that we're just unsure about, and I think that's the first sign of you getting old.
Yes.
When you just don't understand what's happening out there.
I don't understand a lot of things.
I try not to hate it because I don't want to be one of those old guys that are like, "What are these youngins doing?"
Yeah, well, I get yelled at.
Stupid.
I get yelled at by my kids for saying things that I shouldn't say, like Riz.
Yeah.
And
Riz.
Skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toilet
is a thing.
Dude.
Like these are words I've heard.
I'm telling you.
And then I say them, and my kids like, "Don't say that, Dad."
Yeah.
Don't say that. I'm like, am I gonna get like killed somewhere?
It's like some secret gang language you don't even know.
Yeah, it's the craziest shit.
Yeah. And we have like some young kids at Button Club that, man, like while they're talking, I'm just like trying to follow along, and I'm like, I really don't understand what they're saying. And I don't know if it's because I'm stupid or they're stupid. I have a good feeling it's because they're stupid.
Yeah. Well, they're younger than you, so they're definitely stupid. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. And I had this interaction with one of my coworkers. He's a friend of mine. He's in his 20s.
Oh, see? So you're dealing with the same thing,
so
right?
I'm going to tell you this interaction, and it made me feel so old, and I got so sad because of it.
This is good. I'll be able to gauge where your oldness is. So
I'm having a conversation, right? And I'm like, it was like a Monday or whatever. Hey, what'd you guys do this weekend or whatever? It comes up that I brought my son to go see Metallica. They're like, cool. And then my coworker, I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know if he would want me to.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I went to go see Creed. I'm like, oh, that's
Creed
cool.
came around here?
Yeah, Creed came around. And so he's like, I went with my girlfriend and her mom, and her mom is a big Creed fan. So right off the bat, I'm like, okay, so I'm closer in age to the mother.
Yeah,
obviously.
Makes sense.
And then I'm like, oh, you going to any of the shows? Because this guy really likes going to concerts. And, and he's like, oh, I was thinking about going to see Korn. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to that one. I'm going to Korn in September with my whole family, bringing the kids and my wife.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, well, Simon,
holy smokes,
my youngest, really likes Gojira. And they're playing.
That's awesome. That's fucking rad.
So that's really why we're going. I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna make it through Korn. Like he's 10.
Yeah,
he might get really bored with it and be like, I'm dying to leave. So as long as we get to see Gojira, I'm happy, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, Korn, huh? But it almost seemed like that was the joke to them because I said Korn. I'm like, you just went to go see Creed. So what are you laughing about? But he's like, oh, Korn, huh? I didn't realize they were still popular or whatever.
He's trying to hate on you when you just went to see Creed?
Yeah, so that is an interaction, right? And I said, one of the first concerts I'd ever been to was Korn. And he goes, oh, wow, really? I'm like, yeah, it was like probably like mid-90s, late 90s. I think my brother brought me in like 97, 98.
Oh, wow.
And he says to me, he wasn't born yet. And I was like...
How'd that make you feel?
Like I put my hand like this and a cane appeared. And I'm like, ugh. And I bent over and little glasses showed up.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
oh, yeah.
Fuck. I'm like, dude, what? And he goes, yeah, I was born in 1999.
Isn't it a weird feeling? Like you almost get angry, but you have no reason to be angry.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to walk away now because I'm really, really
cool
old.
Talk, guys.
Yeah, I felt like I was old enough to be his dad almost.
Oh, man.
And
well,
like,
I mean, technically.
It would be really young.
Yeah.
He's like 14 or 15 years younger than me. But I'm like...
Yeah. Yeah, but he just went to go see Creed, so like...
Yeah, but he brought his girlfriend's mom.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he was... Did he go...
He was just I want to go for the experience.
Yeah, like, did he go to bring his girlfriend's mom?
You're safe this time.
Or did he go because Creed is good?
He went because Creed. He was like, I kind of like this band. He's like, who's Creed? And he looked it up. He listened to it. And he's like,
yeah, with arms wide open.
He's like, I want to hate this so
Aren't
bad.
they a Christian band?
I love
they're
it.
kind of.
They started.
That's how they
as
started.
A Christian band,
that was their start.
They
they changed it
fell
up.
off the Christianity wagon.
They started to have fun at
concerts. POD was also.
Yes, I knew that. Yeah, POD.
Yeah. Which from what I've seen, they look like they do some crazy shows, but.
Yeah, well, they're the youth of the nation.
Wow.
POD.
Used to be.
They're the only song I know. That's the only one I know from them.
Is it? They have so many. I have like one of their albums that I listen to in full, like start to finish, and I love it. It's like one of their first ones.
Cool.
Or I think it's the second one.
I mean, don't you feel a lot of bands, their first and second album is their better shit?
Yeah.
And then they either sell out or they get so burnt out from like touring and being popular that they can't really... They're forced to make more albums, but then they kind of can't.
Yeah.
Like they can't produce the same quality, so they just like... Whatever the producer says, we'll do. And
that's what it's like. Are they losing creativity as they go, or are they just being more controlled by producers and they just veer off?
Probably a combination of the two. Because I mean, I know, like you're writing music and you playing, and you get like you get something that sounds great.
Yeah.
And then you do it, and then you play another great song, and then like as time goes on. You even listen back to the song you thought was great, and you're like, "Oh, this kind of sucks."
You're like, why did I kind of?
So like, I feel like there's like evolution to like you hit a peak. Like you start off, it's going good.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, this is peak band, and then maybe you play a show and people like you.
Yeah.
And then you play the same music, but people are like, we heard these songs, we don't care. So then you're going down, then you then you plateau, and then you drop again.
Which is another weird thing about getting older, right?
Then you might have a big spike.
You listen back to things that were so cool, and you're like, oh, it just wasn't that good at all. There's been like one band that I've two bands that I've consistency Consistently. Wow. And I'm not even high. Listened to since like elementary school.
Oh, yeah?
And still listen to this day.
Aerosmith.
No, that's too old, man.
Oh, okay, sorry. Limp Bizkit.
No.
Can I make?
I'm talking like every album.
Can I make a real guess?
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you up until right now.
Okay.
Linkin Park. No.
Okay, 3 bands that I have consistent. I still can't say consistently.
Yes.
Listen to is New Found Glory.
Okay.
And The Used.
Okay.
Since elementary school, my brother had it on CD. And I was in love with it ever since. And I still listen to it to this day.
And even as
it's still good.
As they've gone to, like their later music.
Nice. All their different, genres that they tried to reach into. It's all good. I think it's all good.
Cool. Yeah. See, I used to be that way with the band 311.
Yeah.
I was really hardcore into them. Like middle school into high school. And then there was a point where they started like tapering off. And they made music that was more like... It was more like Jack Johnson music. More like hanging out at the beach with your girl, and like kind of like that kind of like vibe to it.
Kind of like the. I keep wanting to say hippie. I don't
like
know
hippie,
why,
bippy, surf music, beach music.
I guess I'm right then. Yeah.
Like it kind of like tapered off.
It's like
And like I know they at their concerts they still play their old stuff.
Yeah.
For their old fans, but they have a lot of music that's really
their old fans.
It's like really like slow down and like.
So they got like, slower over time.
Maybe it's because I don't smoke weed anymore. Maybe,
yeah, man.
Maybe I don't enjoy it.
You gotta get back in the vibe.
Yeah, like they had a lot of like hippie bippy music.
Yeah.
But it was mixed in with their like hard rocking songs.
Yeah.
So you would feel. Yeah, there was a balance to it, but now it's. I feel like they've kind of tapered off, and I just can't listen to the new stuff.
Speaking of old man bands,
so I'm just old and listen to their old stuff.
I'm going as of yesterday.
Yeah,
I am going to a show tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, at TD Garden. My friend invited me out. My friend Tomlet. Shout out Tomlet.
Yeah, Tomlet.
He was like, "Hey, I'm going to the show. Do you want to come?" And I was like, "Fuck yes, I want to go." But the band I want to go for is the opener.
Oh, so you gotta get the fuck out of here.
I don't know the main band.
What band is it?
So the opener, the reason why I'm going, and I'm pumped to go, is Coheed and Cambria.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're opening.
I know who they are.
But the main band is...
Megadeth. You're like, I don't know.
I forget. Can I look real quick?
Yeah, look it up. See, I know who Coheed...
No, he told me what it was, so I just got...
Coheed and Cambria, did their singer or their guitar player have like crazy big hair at one point?
Yeah. He's got like that crazy...
I know that band.
Oh, Incubus.
You've been serious? You don't know who they are?
No, I don't know.
That's amazing.
He was like, you definitely know who they are.
You'll know when you hear some of the songs. So can I say something?
What?
There was, when we had Randy on.
Yeah.
Right?
Shout out Randy. His album just came out a few days ago. Go check it out. Red Reveal.
Yes, came out.
Yeah. It's good shit.
Last week to you guys, but it came out yesterday to us.
I dig it.
Yeah. So Randy and I were talking about going to see a 311 show.
Oh, yeah?
And I had mentioned that Incubus had opened up for them because they were an opening band. That's how old I am. They were an opening band. And they were great because they were right in the front. Like the drummer sits really close to the stage, and we didn't kind of realize how great they were until they started playing. Oh, yeah. And then they told the crowd could go to the front.
So that was like the first time you heard them?
Yeah, it was the first time. Like me and my friends had heard of them.
Yeah.
But we didn't weren't like fans yet. But that made us fans because they were fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So that's
is it safe to say Incubus is like an old man band? Yeah.
They're probably more popular with people my age.
Yeah.
Old guys. Semi-old guys, middle-aged guys.
How do you feel about getting old in general?
I don't know. I kind of hate it. Right? Like honestly, woke up and I could barely walk down the hallway. My knees hurt. My foot hurts. Well, my lower back hurts. My shoulders hurt. My neck hurts. I have a headache. My stomach hurts. I
don't mean to laugh at your band.
I have diarrhea and flatulence. And I'm like, the only other thing that I don't have yet is like ED.
ED? What's ED?
Erectile dysfunction.
Oh.
But that's coming. Oh. I feel like that's next.
Hey, man.
That'll be the next thing I have. Like I have, everything hurts. Like I'm not even joking. I walk down the hallway this morning. My wife was already awake.
Your low back.
And I'm like,
my elbows.
And she's like, "Oh, what's wrong?
What hurts?" Them every morning.
She's like, "What hurts?" I'm like, "Everything."
Everything.
I'm like, "Everything just fucking hurts." I'm like, "It sucks. I don't know what to do."
Well, can I, not to get like real on you real quick, but
do it.
But like, I know you're a little different, right?
Yeah.
So were you ever worried about
a little different?
So, I don't mean to word it like that.
That was the nicest way you could have said that.
Yeah, you're just a freak show. But were you ever worried about getting older?
I honestly never thought I'd get old. Like when I was a kid, I thought I was going to die young.
That's so crazy.
Like I was.
That's crazy being a kid and you don't even think you're going to really make it.
And I still think that now. Sometimes I'm like, I could die any minute. Like I just don't know.
It's a scary thing for me, and I don't even have any heart problems.
Well, what screws me up, right, is like I get torn between like being sad about it and thinking I'm gonna die young or not make it to old age, which having my dad die at 72 does not help that thought process.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like,
but that's what I mean.
Like sometimes I think I'm like, that's it. Life's done. I'm sad. Yeah. And then there's other times where like I better fucking get up and do something because I might not have that much time left. Like it's a weird cross between being depressed and being motivated.
Yeah.
Where it's like some days I'm like, let's go for a hike. I'm going ride my bike.
Yeah.
I'm doing physical things because that's how you're gonna be like a strong old person and fit and like.
See, I don't see it that way. But.
And then other times I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die tomorrow. What's the point? And I'm just like pour bottle of booze and I'm like, ooh, fuck it, I'm gonna die anyway. And then that's at like 7 in the morning.
See, for me, it's like I'm more of. I think we've talked about it before, but I'm more of the person that's like your body can only hold so much in a lifetime. So the more you work out and the more you exercise, the more wear and tear you're doing on your body, the longer.
I agree with that to a certain point. I agree with that to a certain point because you could.
I know things like rejuvenate like better after you like work out and like, but still, I mean, your heart can only handle so much, or your,
Well, it's funny because I was always
joints,
I was always told that I shouldn't lift heavy weights because my heart can't handle it. My heart literally, like the guys that like do like powerlifting and shit, I could never. My heart could never handle that.
That shit's
I'd probably just pass out. Yeah, it's pointless.
They're all throwing up and getting nosebleeds because they're just lifting way too much.
Well, I have a.
You ever see those videos? It's horrifying.
Yeah, I hate the ones where the guy's doing like a press over his head or something, and he's just like. Like he passes out and he falls over and he's holding like
the ones where
like 300 pounds in his hands.
And it grossed me out.
Yeah, those are gross.
Because like, is that so heavy that your body's just ejecting everything that's in it? Like, you probably shouldn't do that.
You probably shouldn't do that. No, I agree.
Yeah,
it's probably not something.
Just to say you did it, I don't understand.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Or see their arms pop, or their.
I think you're right though to a certain extent. I think that like, is so extreme that you
don't need it.
You're not doing. You're doing more harm than good.
That's right.
I don't think you're doing...
That's right. Stay lazy, everybody. Stay lazy.
Yeah, but like I go to the gym. I haven't been in the gym all summer because my son didn't want to go and neither did I. But now school started back up and we got to get moving again. But like when we go, I don't do like heavy shit. I just do enough that I'm like breaking a sweat to get what you need. Feeling it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm like, I feel good afterwards. I don't want to be so worn out that I have like a headache. And the next day, I'm like, oh, I worked out too hard. Like, life sucks as it is. I'm already sore. Like, I don't need to make myself extra sore.
Yeah. I'm super lazy. I barely go for walks. I mean, I just,
Same here.
But I also don't care about how long I live, so.
I used to go for a hike every Sunday, like in the woods and shit around here, all the hiking trails, walking trails, rather. I shouldn't say hike, just walk. I go for a walk.
He doesn't have the sticks in the water backpack.
I do have the water backpack.
With the tube, do you?
But only because of how hot it is, and I don't want to carry a water bottle.
That's true. Yeah.
I put vodka in it.
Did you?
Just straight vodka. He's
a drunken hiker.
I go for an hour hike and I come back fucking wasted.
Just trashed.
Just completely wrecked. I put margaritas in
it. So here's an alternate question for you.
Yeah.
Do you want to grow old?
I don't know. I had my grandparents grew very old. They all were very old when they passed away.
Yeah. In their 90s.
And Like my grandmother spent, like my mom's mom spent a long time alone.
Yeah.
Because my grandfather, which was my mom's stepdad, he died my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
And then my grandmother died like 10 years ago. So there was like a solid like 10, 12 years that she went on without him.
Yeah, yeah.
And like that was her last husband.
That's weird too, right?
You know what I mean? Like that kind of sucks.
You could be by yourself. Yeah.
Like, and she, I don't know, like she was kind of a tough lady and dealt with it. But
yeah,
I don't know if I'm as tough as she is.
For me,
I don't know if I want to live alone for a long time. Like that blows.
Yeah. There's a lot of things about getting older that I just don't want. Like, obviously there's the whole thing of like, you know, they always have like bad breath and their teeth look gross and their skin is gross.
Yeah, getting old is gross.
You got body issues and you got all kinds of issues, but you're like, I'm still alive.
Yeah, I'm hurting now.
But the other part is like, I don't know. Like, I'm already bored with this life and I'm only 34 years old. I still got like twice that to go. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Like,
yeah. Yeah, right. You could live
just
to be,
like,
with the way technology is, you could live to be 100, no problem.
I just feel like the older I get, the more useless life itself seems.
True.
I'm sorry this is so dark.
Yeah, but no, it's okay. I agree with you.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do we do realistically? We work, we make money, we buy things we don't fucking need. And at the end of the day, when you do die, it's nothing. It's nothing.
I get caught up with that too, where I'm like, life is meaningless.
Yeah.
Like really, we trick ourselves into thinking we're important.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, but the grand scheme of things, like, you could just, I know you think space is fake, but like you just back out of our world, and we're just like this little speck,
smidge, man,
floating in infinite nothingness.
Yeah,
we're just this little smudge.
Yeah, it's
and
really
what we do does not matter at all.
Yeah.
That's why you got to be kind of like try to be like nice to people.
Yeah, and the only way I can like,
because it's the only if we're not positive. Can you imagine if we weren't positive people?
Yeah, if everybody just thought life was like really useless bad. And like everybody would just be wild.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? Like I'd realistically have another 30 years if I'm lucky, of just working and paying bills and just.
Yeah, it sucks.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
The only thing that like kind of shifts my way of thinking about it is like, if there's like past lives and like once this life is over, you start another one that has a different purpose, or you might even be a whole different life for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know I feel like our time right now means nothing to anybody except for the people that are around us.
Except for you. I mean, you can live the best life you can possibly live and make it the best you can possibly make it.
Well, you think about like,
but at the end of the
everybody
day,
on Earth, right? Does my life, does the decisions and the things I do in my daily life affect anybody outside of my close relationships with people?
Yeah.
Like, not really, right? Like,
not really,
the decision to like not go and kill somebody, or start being a drug addict, like the decisions I make mean nothing to anybody but like me.
Yeah. And then you think about like the kids that pass away at a very young age, or like right from birth. Like, what's the point for them to be born and then gone? Like, what was the point of their lifetime? Or like, I don't know. It's just weird.
True, yeah.
Well,
weird. Nothing. Well, that's
and that's why like religion kind of fell off for me, and God fell off for me, because it's like why does all this shit happen? And they say God knows everything and has a plan for everything. So it's like, what was your plan for that? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way.
You know,
my aunt and uncle were foster parents, and they had terminally ill kids at one point.
Yeah, of course.
And
my mom also does the foster kid thing, so like, I see kids coming in and out all the time.
You'd go and visit my aunt and uncle, and they'd have a dying baby in the next room, and you're like, okay, like, what the fuck?
It's
like
it's
really nice of them to give the baby a place to be.
Yeah.
But it's like there's nurses in and out and shit. You're like, whoa, this is kind of freaking rough, to be around.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you think
and that's just what makes you think, right? That your life is just your life, and you make it however long you make it. You just try your best, and you just
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe we should all just be selfish and do whatever we want all the time. Like, I'm hungry, just go in and steal food from someone. Like, not worry about any of the other humanly, civilization kind stuff that's like holding holding us to
like taxes,
holding us away from being like animals, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Like, you think we hit a certain point where people like created society and created stuff for us to do because having no purpose in life was just a terrible idea. So they were like, we need to bring some purpose to it. So like people work jobs and you make
right.
money and you buy things and you just...
Yeah, at a certain point, you got to think about like, I don't know, maybe it was like medieval times or whatever, where there was like the lord of the castle and then all the peasants.
Yeah.
But they were all just living. They had like little farms and shit.
They had to do it to survive,
and
right?
they'd like trade with each other. Like, okay, this lady makes clothes. This guy can make you know, leather shoes.
Yeah.
And I'm a farmer. So I go to see you and I'm like, here's some
barter,
can you
right?
can you make me some shoes and I'll give you
something
a basket of food. Like, you know, so like they had like this whole system and it was cool.
Yeah. And things just got easier, right?
Yeah. And then like the lord of the castle was like, oh, listen, if you guys are going to start, you know, doing that, you got to start paying money.
That's right.
And then you got.
I want money in my pocket for the stuff that you're making.
Yeah, give me my cut. You live on my land.
Yeah,
that's how a landlord.
That's got it all corrupted.
That's where that term comes from, landlord.
Yeah,
that's where they used to have like a lord,
the lord of the land,
and they used to pay. You'd have to pay taxes to your lord,
and they probably used to be good at it, but now they're all shitty.
Yeah. And then
so it's crazy to think about, right? Because like we used to do it to survive, and now we don't need to do it to survive. So now we have like,
well, here's the other thing:
almost less of a purpose in life because everything's easy now, and like even for your kids, like it's even easier now. Yeah, they don't even have to, you know, everything can be in the palm of their hand if they want it to. Yeah, or like anything.
Well, what's really funny about that you say that. This morning, my son put a YouTube short video on that was "Would you rather," and it was like silly shit, like last week's odd question, like "Would you rather pee your pants or would you rather walk around with crap in your pants?" Like it was stupid. There's some stupid things. Yeah. But then there was one that was like, "Would you rather live without internet access, or would you rather live without being able to watch Netflix for a year or whatever?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, no internet access. I'm like, you guys have no idea. That's not even the thing. Like
that's traumatic.
That's just life.
That's traumatic.
It is
for kids their age.
It is. That's the funny thing. Like that's actually their reality is everything's internet access.
It is.
I'm like, that's how my whole childhood was. There was no internet access.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's easy. That's the easiest option there is.
Yeah. But at that time, it was easier for us to just go outside and figure out something to do,
because
right?
that was the way we existed.
But not for them. It's different. It only gets easier, but easier is not good. I don't think it's good.
No, convenience is going to kill us.
Yeah.
Because it already is.
And that's why you got some parents like kicking their kids out into the woods and like, go ahead, try to survive for a week. Well, it's like funny. They're not going to get it. They're just going to come back and just continue to do what they do.
Well, it's funny when you look at like health food and that kind of shit. Because how is health food just regular food? You ever think of it that way? Like when you see somebody on a diet, they're literally just eating food.
Yeah.
They're not eating processed food. They're not drinking soda. They're not having sugar. Yeah. They're not having all the things that aren't food.
That's true, yeah.
They're just eating
like, shouldn't everything be organic? Why do we have an organic section?
Yeah, everything should
be organic, right?
Well, that's like an overpopulation problem. They have to make so much food. They have to genetically modify everything.
That makes sense, yeah.
To like fit our lives.
Yeah.
But yeah, health food is just food. You can just eat eggs and meat and just vegetables, and that's food.
Just eat better.
It's just food.
You don't have to go to the McDonald's drive-thru. You don't have to do it.
You don't have to drink soda, and you don't have to put sugar in your coffee.
I love all that.
Yeah, so do I. I love it too, but like,
yeah,
at some point
it's a choice,
you have to just
right?
stop. Yeah,
it's a choice, and it's easy. That's why most people do it.
Yeah, but then sometimes it gets like,
yeah,
get jiggly.
Yeah,
and you do like the tummy taps.
That's right. That's how you know you're a happy man.
Yep, when you're fat and happy. So I don't know, man. I think we have it all figured out.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think we just eat food.
Yeah.
Right, and then just not worry about
take it one day at a time.
The world and taxes, and
because none of it matters.
Don't buy into that system because nothing matters. Just do whatever you want all the time.
Yeah, when you're on your deathbed, that's it. It's just you. Not your money, not your material things.
If you want some food, just go get food.
Not your family. It's just you.
You don't have to pay for it. Just go get it. You want the woman? Just take the woman.
Just take it. Steal everything.
Take the woman. El guapo. You want the woman? Take the woman.
Yeah.
You want the food? You take the food.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what do you think? Do you think it's time?
I think it's time.
You guys know what time it is?
Don't get old. There we go.
All right.
And it says, who would you choose as your apocalypse partner? Could be real life or a fictional character. Love the show. From Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Appreciate you.
Who would you choose?
Who would you choose as your apocalypse partner?
Real life.
Real or fiction?
Or fictional. Real life or fictional. Can we do one of each? Want to do one of each? Because I could probably do one of each.
You could do one of each?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah? Well, they got to be...
Apocalypse partner.
All right, go ahead. You got it? You want to go first?
I'm not going to pick anything from The Walking Dead. Well, it's not zombie apocalypse. It's just apocalypse.
It's just apocalypse, right? I mean...
So, in real life, I think I'll pick... I don't know if you've ever seen this show. It's an old show, because I'm old. What the hell's the guy's name? The name of the show is Survivor Man. And he used to put himself by himself with cameras, kind of like Bear Grylls. He would do, he'd film himself. In like, okay, here's a scenario. I was dropped out of, I was driving through the woods. I was driving through a long forest road, and then the car broke down, and my cell phone died. And now I have to...
So he just puts himself
use what I have to make it out of the situation.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a naked and afraid thing. It wasn't anything like gimmicky or weird, but he was genuinely trying to survive. And he's like, here's what is in my bag. Just picture I was going for a weekend drive. So all I have is one granola bar. Yeah. Like he didn't like give himself a ton of food or a way to cook it. He's not
like the Bear Grylls where he's got like a side machete down his pants.
Yeah, he didn't have like a ton of pocket
T-bone
knife.
Steak in his backpack somehow.
Right. Like, oh, I have my fishing kit. Like, oh, that was convenient. You knew you were going to be near a river. Like, So anyway, Les Stroud, that's his name. Survivor Man. That's my real life guy.
He's the real deal.
He's a real deal. I think if I had to be in an apocalypse, he would be a good guy to do it with.
Yeah. That's fair. That's a very great choice.
Maybe you can go.
That's a great choice.
And then I'll think about my fictional person.
All right. So we'll do real and then...
Okay. Yeah, you want to do that way?
Yeah.
That works.
I got mine. He's a very special individual.
Oh.
I don't think he listens to the podcast, but shout out to Mr. Jack Arruda.
Oh, shit.
I would pick him because he's just as psycho as I am. And I think we could do some serious damage. If it was a zombie apocalypse, we'd be golden. We'd be fine. But if it was like a...
What's his name? Jack Arruda?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And but if it was just like an apocalypse of like everything's just gone and everybody's gone,
yeah,
we'd probably fail miserably. We'd probably end up killing each other. So yeah, cool, that's what I'm gonna pick. Yeah. Because even if it is that bad and there's no zombies and we're just trying to survive on our own, we can just kill each other at the same time and just be like, "Cool, man, love you."
Nice, that's cool. Be like, well, that was fun.
Yeah, but if it was a zombie apocalypse,
you guys
it would be a great time. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. We'd have the craziest rigs.
Nice. All right, so a fictional character.
Man. That's loaded because you can pick anybody.
Yeah,
anybody.
But you gotta pick a personality that's not gonna kill you.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of like badass people or characters that would be like big and tough that could help protect me, but they need to want to protect me.
Yeah.
Like I can't just be like I'm gonna pick Leatherface. Because nobody would go near me if I was hanging out with Leatherface. But also Leatherface would just kill me.
Right?
Yeah, but he would just kill me. Like there's no control there.
Oh, that's true.
I can't control him in any way. I can't reason with him.
That's smart.
You got to like be able to reason with your fictional character. You can't just pick like a reason. You know what I mean? You can't just like pick a villain.
Yeah.
Or even like Wolverine. Can you pick Wolverine? He's a badass. He'll help you out.
Yeah.
But
I think if you're a good enough person, he won't kill you.
He's gonna live long because he's Wolverine, so he can give a shit about you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's kind of
like tough luck, guy. You made it as far as you could.
Yeah, like you won't care.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
no Wolverine. No.
Nah, I'm out. Wolverine's out.
No.
I mean, you could go with. I don't want to go with anything boring either. Somebody interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm thinking superheroes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm there. I'm at superheroes.
I'm there.
Who I'm picking.
I think I'm going to pick the Punisher.
Yeah.
Like John Bernthal.
But will he also kill you?
No, because I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not a corrupt cop or anybody like that.
If you're a good guy, he'll take care of you.
Like I could appeal to him and be like, dude, I need you.
That's fair.
He's going to give me a difficult time.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to drink whiskey the whole time.
All right. Well, might as well do it trashed. You know?
Like
you already got to live this life.
Like I'll be like, dude, I got you back. Like, I'm not a trained mercenary like you, but
anyone comes your way, dude, he's just dual wielding AK-47s.
Yeah, I'll be like, they killed your wife, they killed your baby. It's not cool.
Do you remember that? You just scar this dude for life, just so he can rage out.
Fuck it.
You just use his trauma as like a weapon.
I'm like, we can get through this, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Punisher. I think it would be the most interesting and fun.
That's great, man. That's your go-to guy, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a Punisher tattoo, I think.
Oh, you should.
I should. You should. I think I really should.
But it's got to be different, Don't just do like the skull.
Yeah, no, I can't just get the skull. I mean, there's too many people that...
It's like...
A lot of people adopted the new skull.
I don't even know what it is.
And they'll put like a police line through it. And like, you didn't read not one comic book, did you? You just fucking do
the American flag in the back of it.
Yeah. Oh my God. What are you doing?
Yeah. All right. So my fictional character.
Who's your fictional person?
I will try not to kill him myself because I really need him, but I hate him so much. But I need him, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Superman.
Wow, really?
Superman,
wow, you pick a DC superhero.
I hate his guts, but he has it all, dude. He has it all.
True.
Nothing's stopping me.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I agree 100%.
If I need to get into a building, he just laser eyes it off, Yeah, or if I need to like get up somewhere high, just hop on the dude's back. He can piggyback me. We'll be best friends.
Yeah, like he's definitely... You can convince him.
I got it all.
As long as it's like the right thing to do, he's in. Mm-hmm. Like you can't be like, hey, we got to rob this store.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm going to go with the more fun version of Superman, and I'm going to go with Bizarro.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's got like
that's more my style.
He's got like a 5 o'clock shadow and he drinks.
He still has it all, but he's just a fucked up weirdo.
Yeah, he's wearing all black, right?
Yeah, that's my style.
Yeah, I guess it is more your style.
Yeah.
And you could talk him into stealing shit.
Yeah, like if I ask Superman to like use his laser eyes to like do something, he'll be all precise.
Yeah.
I want Bizarro to just be like blow the whole fucking building up and be like, okay, that was a little much, but thanks.
Be like, behind this door.
We need
this is the stuff, and he just blasts it before. He's like, yeah, you don't even have to tell me anything else.
That's it, man. That's it.
You don't have to tell me shit.
Yeah. I need to get up high. I jump on his back. He's just like zigzagging everywhere, throwing up everywhere.
Going way too fast. You fall off. You're like, catches you on the rebound.
Yeah, you got to keep it fun and exciting, right? You're stuck in this apocalypse. You might as well.
Yeah.
Superman would be so boring. I'd be like, kill that thing. I'd be like, I don't want to. I'm a good guy.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'd be whiny about it.
Yeah.
Bizarro would just fuck him up. You barely have to tell him anything.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That was a good question. Thanks, Jimmy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Appreciate
it. I love it.
I know Jimmy. He listens to the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think an apocalypse is coming soon. So that was a great question.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I like it. Apocalypse is coming soon.
Isn't that crazy to think about, man? If everything just crashes.
Yeah.
The money is insignificant.
Almost is.
Yeah. We're back to bartering.
Yeah, well, at least I know I can grow cucumbers.
Yeah, you got some good stuff here to barter, man. I'm looking around. I see a lot of goodies.
I got a lot of shit.
Yeah, I'll trade you.
I got a lot of crap.
Yeah, I'll give you my shoes for that bike.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. These are nice shoes.
Those are nice shoes.
Thank you.
I would wear those shoes.
I've had these for a long time. They still hold up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
The Adidas.
Skateboarding.
So, do you have anything you want to say to the people? I think we're done, man. We're done with this episode.
Yeah. Let me just say, work hard, play hard. You know, if you want nice things and you want to do fun things, work hard for it. You know, everybody in this day and age is a handout type of person. But then they're mad when they can't buy anything or they can't go anywhere. It's like, change your mindset, man. You want to get stuff and go places, then work hard and do it. If not,
yeah,
just enjoy sitting home and doing nothing.
Enjoy playing with yourself.
That's it. Because that's all you're going to get.
That's good.
As shitty as that is, you have to work and make your money.
You know what? And if you don't...
And if you don't, you're screwed.
Yeah. And if you don't believe Jared, just ask him about all the stuff he has
That's right.
in life.
That's
you
right.
know? I've been to your house. I've seen your cars. You work for yourself. You're fucking doing good, man.
I try.
You're fucking making it happen, and you're working hard for it.
That's right.
So you're practicing what you preach.
Every goddamn day.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You're a cool guy, Jared.
Off to you, Matt the Cat.
I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to actually read it this way.
That's Jared the Jared to you.
Yeah.
Don't get it confused.
Yeah, motherfucker. I say thank you. You can support the show by clicking on the link in the description of the show. Go check out the social media, Instagram, Facebook, for some reason, TikTok. Join Jared's Discord. Is that still going on?
That's still a thing, yep. I have an odd question section. You can put your odd question there.
Cool. Go find the Reddit. It's Odd People Podcast on Reddit. Just search that. There's like 3 or 5 followers so far, so that's really cool. There's like people that actually made it to the end of the show and looked it up. Go check out oddpeoplepodcast.com for all your podcast needs. I have to tell you guys that I'm not going to pay for the website anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
It doesn't really.
No one really uses websites anymore.
Yeah, so that's not going to exist at the end of like September, I don't think. But I'm gonna. We're talking about merch. Mm-hmm. New merch is going to be coming, and we'll figure out a way for you guys to buy it.
Yep. One
way or the other. You can go to redbubble.com and find the Odd People Podcast and buy merch there.
Yeah.
We don't get a big cut of it, but that's where all these cool designs are that Jared has made.
All you asthmatic fucks.
Yeah, asthma. What's up? And thank you for listening to the show today. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Stay creative. Stay inspired. And as always, stay old.
Useless.
Stay odd, old, and useless.
Yeah.